Good morning, class. Now, please stand up and let us start our class with a short prayer. Now, let us check your attendance. Class secretary who is absent for today. How are you feeling today, class? Thumbs up if you're feeling great. Thumbs sideways if you're okay. And thumbs down if you're not feeling well. Great! Now that we know who is present, let us settle down and prepare our minds for today's lesson. Today, we will explore how literature reflects history and how the events of the past influence the experiences, emotions, and decisions of people. Class, let me ask you a question. Have you ever read a story or poem that made you feel the pain, fear, or hope of people from the past? Literature is powerful because it allows us to hear human voices from history. Voices that may not appear in textbooks. Today, we will discover how literary texts reflect historical events and how these events shape people's emotion, struggle, and choices. Class, before we start our main activities, let us look at what we are expected to learn today. These objectives will guide us. We explore literature and connect it to historical events. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to do the following. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to identify historical events and conditions reflected in a literary text. Show empathy and appreciation for people shaped by historical events and write a reflective poem that shows how a historical event influences human emotions and decisions. Before we begin, let us check what you already know. Please get a sheet of paper. I prepared a pre-assessment for you. Please write true if the statement is correct and false if the statement is incorrect. I'll give you 5 minutes to answer. Let's check your answer together. Very good. Your answers show that you already understand that literature and history are closely connected. Now, let's energize ourselves with a group activity. Okay, I will show a definition on the screen. The first student in line will race to the board and write the correct term. If the answer is incorrect, delayed, your group goes to the hot seat and must answer a guiding historical question. Okay, number one. Social, political, and cultural condition during a time period. Group 1. Your answer is incorrect. You are in hot seat. You will answer the historical question. This is your question. Why is understanding the historical context important in interpreting literary text? Great answer! Number 2, control of one nation over time. Oh, group 3, your answer is wrong. You are in hot seat. You will be answered the historical question as well. Now, this is your question. How can Knowing the historical period of a text changes the way we understand its message. Very good answer. Number 3. Cruel, cruel or unjust treatment of a group. Very good, everyone. Act number 4. Act of opposing authority or control. Great answer, everyone. Number 5. A drastic change in government or society. Perfect, everyone. Excellent teamwork, everyone. Class, very good job on your activity. Before we move on to the next part of our lesson, let us take a moment to reflect on what you have learned and experienced during the activity. These questions will help you think deeper not only about the answers you gave, but also about how the action helped you understand history and literature better. Please listen carefully and raise your hand if you would like to share your thoughts. Okay, number 1. Which historical concept was most difficult and why? Okay, yes, Miss Milacel. That's correct. Some concepts are challenging because they require connecting ideas to real historical events. Okay, number 2. How did teamwork help your group succeed? Yes, Mr. Lasso, yes. Very good. Working together make understanding easier and task faster. Question number 3, the last number. Why is it important to understand this concept when reading literature? Exactly! Concept help us understand the message and experiences of the characters. Now, let's apply those concepts. I have here the poem titled Under the Colonial Sun. In your groups, analyze the poem by completing this organizer: historical period, social condition, characters, conflict, and message. Let's hear from, yes, group 1, yes. Excellent. Your explanation of the message shows an understanding of how history shapes human struggles and hope. Now, class, that you have analyzed the poem, let us check your understanding. This question will help us connect the poem to its historical context and deeper meaning. Please raise your hand if you want to answer. Question number 1. What historical situation is reflected in the poem? Yes, Miss Leslie, yeah. Correct. The poem reflects a period of colonization and foreign rule. Number 2 question. How does colonization affects the people in the text? Yes, yes, Grace, yeah. Very good. Colonization caused loss of freedom, identity, and hardship of the people. Question number 3, last question. What message does the poem convey? Yes, Miss Ella, yeah. Exactly. The poem shows that despite oppression, hope and resistance remain. Very good, class. The poem shows how colonization affected identity, freedom, and hope. Next, Let's read a short story titled The Last Letter. Miss Mascareñas, can you please read the story, please? Yeah, now write one analytic sentence explaining how each element reflects the historical context. Start with setting, conflict, character, and theme. I will give you 5 minutes to answer. Yes, class, now that you have written your analytic sentences, let's discuss the story further. These questions will help us understand how the historical context shaped the characters, conflict, and message of the story. Please think carefully and raise your hand if you want to answer. Okay, question number one. How does the setting show life during the Philippine Revolution? Um, yes, Miss Alex. Correct. The setting shows the dangers and hardships people face while fighting for freedom. Okay, question number two. What challenge did Andres face and what do they reveal about his character? Yes, uh, Miss Carla, yeah, very good. Andres' challenges show his courage, determination, and selflessness. Okay, last question. What message does the story convey about sacrifice and hope? Yes, Mr. Rafa, yeah, exactly. The story teaches that even small acts of bravery contribute to freedom and inspire hope. Excellent insights for unnamed individuals like Andres played important roles in history. Now, it's your turn to let history speak through your own voice. You will write a reflective poem about the COVID 19 pandemic, focusing on how it shaped emotions, values, and decisions, whether personal, family based, or community based. Remember, your poem will be evaluated using these rubrics. Right from the heart, your experience are part of history. For your post assessment, please answer the following multiple choice question. Choose the letter of the correct answer. Okay, now I will check your answers. Very good. Most of you got a perfect or near perfect scores. Class, what did you learn today? That's correct. Literature is not just imagination. It is a reflection of real human experiences shaped by history. By understanding the past, we learn to better understand the present. Finalize your reflective poem and submit it next meeting. Revise your work based on the rubric. Thank you for participating actively. See you next class. Bye!